Hi all, good afternoon. Thanks for joining. Welcome. Thank you for joining my webinar on how to increase your retail sales with Google My Business. I'm hoping that you can see my screen. If for whatever reason you can't, just pop a question or a chat over to me and I'll sort that out. Before we start, there is some brief housekeeping. This webinar is being provided in a listen-only format. You can interact with me through the questions box on your screen, and I've reserved a little time at the end for questions, so please do send these to me and I will answer that any come through at the end. I will also make the content from this webinar available via your registered email address after we conclude. Before we start, I'd like to introduce and thank C-Centric, who has sponsored this talk. C-Centric are a UK-based specialist marketing and data analysis organisation that provides digital transformation strategies and solutions to the retail industry. They are a formidable collection of talent, and I'm grateful for the opportunity to speak on their behalf. My name is Simon Pearson. I'm Head of Retail Solutions here at C-Centric, where my role is to lead the team providing our Schedule Hub software platform. Over the last 10 years, I've been implementing customer engagement technologies in many household names across retail banking, telecoms, governmental departments, education and healthcare. I've consulted on some of the largest global projects for queue management and appointment scheduling, where I've had the pleasure of working alongside some of the leading consulting firms around the world. I have a particular passion for the UK High Street, which I believe is undergoing a huge change right now, one that's evident in the local, national and global press. I have written blogs and articles about some of the challenges that retailers are facing with physical presence in our towns and cities, particularly focusing on the rise of convenience and value that digital channels that provide, and how embracing this with an omni-channel strategy can actually assist with in-store sales conversions. Our webinar today is going to focus on two topics. Firstly, I would like to share with you the impact of scheduled appointments as part of your omni-channel strategy. Secondly, we're going to look at what Google My Business is and how it works and why it can help increase the number of appointments in your stores. We're going to look at the Google My Business interface and how you can manage this and address some of the SEO practices. I will show you the results of implementing this strategy. So let's start with a couple of key facts to kick things off. Fact one, more and more experts are realizing that the key to retail growth is the in-store experience. In August 2018, the Office for National Statistics reported online-only sales increased by 15.9% in 2017, compared with a growth of 2.3% from the previous year. The digital revolution continues. Shoppers are choosing to buy online when it's convenient to do so and provides value. Indeed, this is reflecting on the high street, where we see that in the 10 years preceding this report, over 460 high street retailers went into administration. In another report, Deloitte state that at the end of 2018, e-commerce was only 20% of all retail sales. The majority of sales still take place in store, although the bulk of growth is coming from online. There is in fact an in-store revolution taking place, one where new store experiences are still attracting the customers. New innovations and exciting concepts are still converging with a digital world to provide a symbiotic shopping experience. Personalizing that experience is crucial. Fact two, scheduled appointments generate more revenue than walk-ins. So if we know that shoppers go online for value and convenience and in-store for experiences, then how do we combine the two, and what are the results when we do so? A recent industry report showed that the global appointment scheduling industry will grow over the next 5 years at a compound annual growth rate of 15.1%. But why? Scheduling provides the opportunity for retailers to convert potential customers and potential detractors from online to in-store. Our research shows that per agent hour, a scheduled customer is worth 4 times more than a walk-in. So the challenge is, how can I generate more appointments? Well, one way is through extensive digital marketing. The other is fairly simple, using Google My Business. Google My Business is essential if you want to appear in the local pack listings in search and on maps. With a large chunk of search engine results page real estate taken up by these, especially on mobile, having a great Google My Business listing represents a significant opportunity for any high street business. Additionally, Google My Business allows customers to leave Google reviews, and with reviews amongst the most important local SEO ranking factors. Simply put, a decent Google My Business listing is essential for local SEO. For example, if you were to Google a coffee shop in Hammersmith, the results displayed are affected by whether you have a Google My Business entry or not. So just by having a Google My Business entry, you can increase your profile on both Google Maps and the organic rankings in general. You can see on my phone here that when I perform a Google search, I can click on the entry for, let's say, Swallow Coffee Shop, and see a huge amount of information for that particular brand. If I wanted, I can continue my journey with the brand by calling the shop or visiting the website. I can even get directions if I want to go to the store. Your ranking is affected also by producing good quality, locally optimized content and by earning links back to your site. It should start with filling out all of the information that Google My Business needs. From there, regular updates are essential, and of course, so are good reviews. I appreciate that this is a fairly basic concept for any major retailer, so you've probably already set up your Google My Business account and entered the information needed to show your location, opening hours, and contact details. Naturally, a key element if you're a multi-site retailer is to make sure that you add all of your locations so that customers can find you locally. As we've mentioned already, optimizing that profile starts with making regular updates. There are a variety of ways to achieve this, including adding photos, videos, frequently asked questions, as well as being able to communicate with your customers through messaging and responding to online reviews. You can choose to do this globally for the brand or change these individually for each location. But one standout feature that is little known are called posts. Posts are a great way to promote your business with what's going on or with offers and products. What makes them even greater are the calls to action, which enable your customers to book, order online, buy, learn more, or call now. It is that book call to action that I want to focus on just now. Specifically, how to create them and how to link them to an appointment system. Creating an event is simple enough. From the Google My Business Manager, simply select the posts option on the left-hand menu as shown and start writing your post. It's that simple. For a book event, you'll want to enter some basic details. A simple title such as "Come into our store for an appointment," along with a picture, is a good start. From there, you have to enter a start date and an end date of up to 1 year. A critical piece is the booking URL, which should be a deep link for your scheduling system, including any store or service identifiers needed to make the user experience seamless. The actual booking will be made on your scheduling tool, which is not shown. C-Centric's Schedule Hub is one such software solution that provides both online appointment scheduling and in-store queue management. You might have even used our system without even knowing. That post is now going to appear on both the organic Google search results as well as through Google Maps, the latter of which we can see above. Customers can now start searching for you and scheduling appointments with your brand. We've bridged the digital divide and enabled your customers to book to see one of your team at one of your branches. Maybe it's for a personal shopping experience or to meet with a mortgage advisor. Perhaps you have a crack sales team waiting to answer any questions about a device such as a mobile phone. You can customize your posts, maybe create multiple, one for each type of service you provide. So if you're a bank, create 3 different types of posts, one for mortgages, one for savings, and one for business. The point is that by giving the customers the ability to book appointments through Google My Business, you are giving yourself that opportunity to connect with them as a pre-qualified lead. And as we know already, a scheduled customer is worth more in value than a walk-in. Okay, so this is fairly simplistic to do, but as a large retailer, it is possible that your digital team will have the ultimate responsibility and permissions to manage and make changes to the Google My Business account. This adds a layer of complexity to the operations, particularly when faced with hundreds of branches. Whilst you could use the website, UI, or app that Google provides, this might seem a little laborious. So how can we help here? Google provides 2 ways to automate the Google My Business listings, a bulk import and an API. With the bulk import, it allows you to use a spreadsheet to literally create and update your locations. You can see in the presentation that you can manage multiple locations, and Google even gives you a template to follow. The problem is, however, Google does not allow you to create or edit posts, nor edit store codes or map pin locations or coordinates in bulk. That's a problem, since our challenge is how to use posts to create appointments and increase your sales. So the way around this is to use Google's API. Through the API, you can create posts as well as do all the things that the upload can do. But this means either creating your own software application, which would involve writing your own interfaces, or using a third-party software provider that already did. Google provides delegated authority to agencies and applications to manage your Google My Business listings on your behalf. So it would be particularly good if your scheduling software provider already had this feature, like Schedule Hub. I promised to share with you some top tips for retailers using Google My Business, naturally related to our topic of increasing your sales through appointment scheduling. It's our list of do's and don'ts, or common mistakes that a business can make. Firstly, and most importantly, make sure that you claim your Google My Business account. Once you've done this, do create regular, localized content for each of your stores. Remember that the SEO of Google's organic search results can be affected along with the maps. Do use posts, one per service if necessary, but link this to your appointment system and ensure the location and the service are automatically populated so that the user experience is as seamless as possible. Do automate your maintenance of posts, or better yet, get something to do it for you, like a software application. Don't enter the wrong information, such as opening hours. These are critical to get right for your customers, but also for your SEO ranking. Make sure that the map coordinates are correct so that the pin is in the right location. Map pins are often overlooked and too often in the wrong place. I have found map pins on the opposite end of shopping centres, in the middle of parking lots, or in the street. This doesn't help potential customers. More and more people are using GPS programs and they don't want to be directed to the wrong spot. If they can't find you, they may assume your business has closed and go elsewhere, like to your competitor. And finally, don't forget your customer reviews. Be active in the community and answer those questions. So armed with these tips, you can now go ahead and create your first post. In our webinar, we've taken a short journey that looks at how to use the Google My Business service. We've discovered how it can be optimized to appear in the Google organic rankings, and we've talked about how to create posts and how we can link those to a booking system. And we've talked about the value of appointments. This type of digital engagement has been proven to work incredibly well for retail clients, where in one case it has helped increase store traffic by between 2 and 5%. And when comparing the sales, our research was able to show that appointments generated a 4-fold increase per agent hour than walk-ins. So we've come to the end of our short presentation. I'd like to thank you for listening in. I'm looking and I can see one question from the audience. That question is from Michael, who asks, is Google My Business free and how much does it cost to link to an appointment system? It's a great question. Thanks, Michael. I guess the answer is fairly simple. It's free. The only cost really would be for your time to set things up, plus any costs you'd pay to your appointment software provider. But yeah, as far as the Google My Business part is concerned, there are no costs. I don't actually see any other questions, so I guess we'll stop there. Thank you again for listening to our webinar. We will be sharing our content via the email address you registered with, and please do watch out for more webinars in the future. If you want to connect with me directly, you can email me at simon.pearson@ccentric.co.uk, or you can visit our website at www.ccentric.co.uk to find out more information. Thanks once again for listening, and we hope you have a great day.